Good morning, students. Yesterday I had gone through the poem entitled As I Grew Older by LANGSTON HUGHES. So today I am going to discuss with the summary of this poem As I Grew Older by HUGHES. Okay, let me go through the summary of this poem. LANGSTON HUGHES, he had written As I Grew Older. It begins about a dream that the poet had long time ago. Yes, the poet says his dreams were bright as the sun, was right in front of him until a wall rose between him and his dreams. So what here he was saying that when he was in childhood, he had a dream. It was a long time ago. So he compares his dream with bright sunlight and was right in front of him until a wall rose between him and his dream. What is a wall in that sentence? It's a hindrance during those days. Actually, he was born in the society. When he born in the society, at that time, the society was with racial discrimination. So here, he compared, yes, he used a word, wall. So what is that? It's an hindrance. It's a racial discrimination. So what he was saying, let me read it out. The poet is an old man now, and he's thinking about his dream which he dreamt long time ago. He thinks he has almost forgotten his dreams. Right now, he was an old man. He thinks he has almost forgotten his dreams. He remembers that his dreams was not fulfilled as a strong barriers was created by his fellow white people who will not let his dream come true. So just now I had said that a wall rose between him and his dream. What is that wall? It's a racial discrimination. So during those times, there was a racial discrimination between whites and blacks. So he was saying that his dream was not going to fulfilled because of the strong barrier. What is that strong barrier? Discrimination between white and blacks. Because of this, his fellow white people, they will not let his dreams come true. Yes, they are not giving chance to him to fulfill his dreams. Okay? Right. The wall seems to grow forever and ever, and it has become so taller that it rose until it touched the sky. The dream, which was as bright as the sun, has now turned dark. Okay, what he was saying that the wall right now, what was the wall over there right now? So it became taller and taller that right now it touched the sky. Yes, look at once again, let me read it out, the sentence. The wall seems to grow forever and ever, and it has become so taller, yes, that it rose until it touched the sky. So, now let me go to another point. The dream which was bright as the sun has now turned dark. The wall has become a long dark shadow and has been blocking his dream. Now because it was touched to the sky, The racial discrimination in the society was touched to the sky. So what happened? Now the wall has become a long dark shadow right now. The dream being replaced by a shadow. The poet has become black. So now he become black because he had a dream. But because of this racial discrimination, he can't achieve his dreams because of the racial subjection and discrimination. Okay? The poet lies down beside the shadow, which means he feels defeated and helpless. He finds that his dream is no longer above him, and so he feels that he was defeated. Instead of his dreams, he finds the thick wall and the shadow above him. A plausible interpretation can be that the dream of freedom and independence is no longer real for the blacks, and it has been overshadowed by the wall created by the fellow white people. In the poem, he used dark hands, refers to the poet's own hands. What is that? The color of his skin, who will be able to break through the wall and find his dream. So, look at here. In the poem, just let me go through that lines. See? My hands, my dark hands, break through the wall, find my dream. Yes, here he actually he is Negro person, so he compared his dark hands. What is that? Black hands. Actually, he had, yes, according to his skin color, just he was saying here, my hands, my dark hands. Okay. Who will be able to break? So these hands, they are able to break through the wall and find his dreams. The poet wants to break the wall and shatter the darkness. Look at here. He wants to smash this night to break this shadow. Look at here. The poet wants to, yes. Now, so keeping him from attending his dreams, he wants to break the shadow into 1,000 lights of sun and thousands of whirling dreams. Look at here. I discussed in the last class, to break this shadow into 1,000 lights of sun, into 1,000 whirling dreams of sun. So, he want to break that night. Yes, this, okay, he would like to smash this night. Okay, now going to the analysis of the poem As I Grew Older. So, look at here. The poem is in negative effects of racial discrimination, prejudice and discrimination. It is a comment on any form of racial oppression where one is unable to achieve their dreams, whether it is because of age, gender, nationality and religion. What is oppression? Already in the last class, I discussed this. What is the meaning of that? Suppression. Okay. Now, coming to the next paragraph. The poet puts up a message that we should believe in ourselves and stand up against the injustice society and rise above any sort of discrimination. So, he was saying us Or else he is giving suggestions to us that one has to believe in oneself. Okay, we have to stand up against this injustice society. So during those days, there was a racial discrimination between whites and blacks. So he was saying that we have to come out, the blacks have to come out from this whites domination. Okay, now coming to imagery. What is imagery of this poem? Imagery. Okay, or imagery. Okay. Visually descriptive figurative language, especially in a literary work. That is the definition of that. So according to the poem, what is there here? Here light symbolizes, in this poem, light symbolizes dreams, hopes, optimism, goodness, possibilities and awareness. On other hand, darkness, what is the darkness in this poem? So look at here in the poem, he used bright and light or bright and dark. So here the symbols signifies that darkness symbolizes that prejudice, discrimination, hatred feeling, ignorance, evil thing. Okay, and look at here. 1 second. Dark hand. Here in the poem, dark hand. So what is that? Dark hands symbolizes the color of poet's skin. The poet is black and he himself makes reference to his dark hands. Next, the speaker believes that he can break through the barrier of being born with a darker skin tone in a white society. I am black and my dark hands are examples of blunt truthfulness used by the poet in his poem. Okay? He was saying that I am black and my dark hands are examples of blunt truthfulness. Here, the height of the wall has been exaggerated to stress the vastness of the hindrance that was confronting the black people during the days of racial oppression in America. Yes, alright. Now coming to the metaphor. Once all of you look at these paragraphs. See everything. It's symbolized here. Light symbolizes. And on other hand, darkness symbolizes. So everything I had given in this summary. So I am going to forward to you people this summary. Now coming to metaphor. The wall has been used as a metaphor. Look at here. The wall is presented as an obstacle to the poet's dream. The obstacle is racism and discrimination against the blacks. The poet feels defeated, but at the same time he is not going to give up his dream. His dark hands will help him to shatter the metaphoric wall which has been created by the whites and will destroy hatred and racism. Okay? All of you, is it clear? Poem As I Grew Older by HUGHES. So mainly he was born in the society. At that time the society was with racial discrimination. He would like to overcome this racial discrimination and he was suggesting that to overcome the hurdles. Yes, and we have to achieve our whatever our dreams.